tonight, Senate acquittal. That's the verdict as the impeachment trial of President Trump comes to a close. Plus, preparations underway. A lot of snow this winter has some folks along the St. Louis River concerned about spring flooding. But first, evacuate now. That was the message from an emergency alert system today, but its intention wasn't clear.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Anthony is on assignment. Imagine waking up to an alert on your phone telling you to evacuate. That's exactly what happened to some Northland residents this morning. CBS3's John Cardinelli reports the alert message was missing a very key word.
Thelma Koivisto received this alert message around 8 Wednesday morning, telling her to evacuate her home now. She says she was more confused than afraid.
I thought, oh, it said the area, so I thought, well, how big of an area is this covering?
Koivisto lives in a Floodwood apartment complex. After getting the message, she went across the hall to warn her neighbor.
She said, did you get that alarm that they had on the phone? And I said, no, I hadn't. Well, it doesn't really ring like a telephone ring. It just makes kind of noise. Now I didn't hear it. So then I took my phone and it was on there too.
Minnesota's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Department sent the message and went to several counties, including St. Louis, Carlton, Aitkin, Itasca, Pine, and Cass. Authorities say it was missing an important word: test.
But more importantly, why did the message go out in the first place? It was not intended to be distributed to the public.
The Department of Safety says the messages are a part of a weekly system test. They're investigating why it went wrong.
That's something that we'll be looking into to find out where it went to, who received the messages. Was it one particular cell phone carrier?
The two women back at the apartment complex didn't know it was a botched test, but one phone call relieved a lot of stress.
I did call the city hall here in Floodwood, and they had already investigated and said it was false.
The Minnesota Department of Public Safety says they hope to have more answers on what exactly happened within the next few days. A man standing on the side of the road by a stalled car was hit and killed last night in Itasca County. It happened in Alvwood Township, about an hour northwest of Grand Rapids, around 9 o'clock Tuesday night. Minnesota State Troopers say a pickup truck was headed south on Highway 46 when it hit the 45-year-old Squaw Lake man. Authorities say he died at the scene. The pickup truck driver is a 30-year-old man from Max, Minnesota. Authorities say alcohol was not a factor. A 52-year-old man is dead after a house fire in Superior last night. Officials with the Superior Fire Department say they responded around 10:30 last night. The home is on East 2nd Street near 23rd Avenue East. Crews arrived to heavy smoke coming from the home. Officials say they used thermal cameras to find the victim, who was inside the home when the fire began. Firefighters rescued the man from the home. He was taken to a hospital where he died.
They were able to get him out quickly and attempted life-saving measures immediately. Mayo Ambulance showed up shortly after that. He was pronounced deceased, 62-year-old male. Obviously a tragedy for our city and our community.
Fire crews fought the flames for about 3 hours, and the home was destroyed. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Fire officials say there were no smoke alarms or carbon monoxide detectors in the house at the time of the fire. Let's head over to Dave for a quick look at the weather. Dave, kind of cloudy out there tonight?
It's working towards it,
okay.
Kristen. So after 2 days worth of sunshine, of course, it's time to pay the piper and wait for some clouds to come a-calling. They're coming in from the north and the west and could kick out some flurries probably by tomorrow afternoon, at least on the Minnesota side of life. Well, let's fire up the forecast for our day planner on Thursday, and it says that the process of clouds taking over the region is reasonably slow. So when you get out tomorrow morning sending the kids off to the school bus, partly sunny sky and not as cold as it was this morning, with some towns getting down towards 20 below. Looks like we're going to have around 9 above tomorrow morning. Lunchtime, start to get a slight flurry chance. It's about a 30% shot on the way back home Thursday night, but it might linger all the way through midday on Friday and might leave a little bit on the ground, and we'll talk about potential snow totals in more detail coming up in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Well, it may be early February, but many people are already thinking about spring, and that includes the possibility of flooding. CBS3's Alex Libby spoke to folks along the St. Louis River to see how they're preparing for the possible flooding that could come as the seasons change.
Aaron Hansen is the co-owner of River Inn Bar and Grill located on the banks of the St. Louis River in Scanlon, and he knows how high the waters can get.
The flood of 2012 took in about 2 feet inside of the building itself.
But that's not normal.
The water would get up to our deck, but not much higher than that, and that's pretty average.
And with 1 to 3 feet of snow on the ground across the Northland, this winter has brought above average snowfall.
The snowpack this year is quite a bit higher than it was last year. It's among the top 5 snowpacks that we've had around the Northland.
Josh Sandstrom with the National Weather Service says this spring has potential for very bad flooding, but it is still early.
In the next couple months is kind of a waiting period. We're not exactly sure what's going to happen.
Sandstrom says the best thing you can do is to buy flood insurance. For Hansen, he knows that's a must for him.
I mean, when you're in a Zone A floodplain like we are here, you have to have flood insurance.
Hansen says his flood insurance gives him peace of mind and allows him to embrace the power of the river.
Come down and check it out, because it is fun to see the river roaring in the spring.
According to the National Weather Service, flood insurance takes about 30 days to go into effect. So if you think you need it, now might be a good time to get it. Some top Minnesota Democratic lawmakers plan to make a major push in the 2020 legislative session to legalize recreational marijuana. House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler and Senate Assistant Minority Leader Jeff Hayden acknowledged at a news conference that they probably won't be able to enact the bill this session, given strong opposition from the Senate's Republican majority. Both say the bill might not even get a vote on the House floor. However, Winkler says legalization is coming to Minnesota. It's just a question of when. Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka says the Senate won't consider marijuana legislation this year. The Republican-led Senate voted to acquit President Trump on both articles of impeachment, abuse of power, and obstruction of Congress, closing a nearly 3-week-long trial focusing on the president's dealings with Ukraine. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand has the latest reaction from Capitol Hill.
He is hereby acquitted of the charges in said articles.
The Senate vote acquitting President Trump ended the 3rd presidential impeachment trial in American history.
Mr. Romney, guilty.
Senator Mitt Romney of Utah was the only Republican to cross party lines with a guilty vote on abuse of power. Romney announced his plans earlier in the day.
Corrupting an election to keep oneself in office is perhaps the most abusive and destructive violation of one's oath of office that I can imagine.
Romney, who made a White House run against President Obama in 2012, split his decision, voting not guilty on the obstruction of Congress charge. Senate Democrats, including 3 who had been considered possible swing votes, voted guilty on both counts.
At least for the short term, it has been a colossal political mistake.
While the president's approval numbers have hit a new high, bitter division here in Congress has hit a low, and the fallout could threaten cooperation on even bipartisan issues.
The Senate turned its back on the truth, on a fair trial.
President Trump's 2020 campaign put out a statement saying this impeachment will go down as the worst miscalculation in American political history.
After months of a sham investigation, a partisan impeachment, it's over, America.
President Trump tweeted that he will make a public statement on Thursday at noon from the White House to, quote, discuss our country's victory on the impeachment hoax.
Reaction to the impeachment trial and today's vote is echoing throughout the country and in our own backyard, with politicians from Minnesota and Wisconsin taking to social media to share their thoughts. CBS 3's Jenna Wells breaks down the response from our own government officials. Jenna.
That's right, Kristen. Several local and state senators and representatives took to Twitter today, with senators explaining how they voted and why, and others indicating if they stand with the president or with Democrats. Minnesota Senator and Democratic presidential candidate Amy Klobuchar tweeted, calling it a somber day for our country, saying her job as a senator is to defend the Constitution. The tweet ends with, no one is above the law. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, a Republican, showed his support for the acquittal vote in a series of tweets saying that now that the trial is over, he hopes people have a renewed appreciation for our founding fathers and the separation of powers that they incorporated into the Constitution. Minnesota Senator Tina Smith, a Democrat, also responded to the vote with several tweets. She said the process may have let people down, but communities must hold on to values that help them find common ground. Duluth native and Republican Minnesota Congressman Pete Stauber tweeted in support of the president last night during the State of the Union address, saying he shares the president's optimism for our country and its people. And Wisconsin Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin also tweeted, accusing the president of abusing his power and obstructing Congress. She went on to say Senate Republicans put the president above the law. Now, we have not seen any reaction to the impeachment vote from Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers or Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. And despite her presence at last night's State of the Union address, there has been no public reaction from Duluth Mayor Emily Larson.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Now to a quick update on the Iowa caucus results. There is still no definitive winner. Right now, the total turnout is sitting at 92%, with Buttigieg still leading the race at 27%. Senator Bernie Sanders is sitting at a close 26%. Meanwhile, Senator Warren remains at the number 3 spot at 18%, with Joe Biden at 16%, and Senator Amy Klobuchar in 5th at 12%. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a confirmed case of coronavirus hits the state of Wisconsin as the number of people affected continues to grow.
Record low temp for this date. It's 33 below from 1936. Some towns tickled 20 below this morning, but things are starting to warm up. Not drastically, but enough to keep us above zero for at least one night. We'll talk about the next 7 nights with that forecast in just a little bit.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
Everything is on sale, plus no interest financing until 2023 during our President's Day sale at Home Furniture. This sofa with throw pillows is now just $5.99 and free shipping when you spend $4.99 or more. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Around here, we like our winters snowy, and we like them cold. Some might say that's not ordinary, but then this isn't your ordinary casino.
Come to Legendary Waters for our decadent Valentine's Day dinner special February 14th. And stay for the Silver Streak Band's tribute to the Eagles at 8 with a chance to win tickets to the Eagles at the XL Energy Center.
Legendary Waters, Resort and Casino. Escape ordinary. Experience legendary. Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Hurry in today for Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, crispy fries, and a slice of our famous pie. It's dinner, dessert, and a deal. Only at Perkins.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend because I'm a mother and I know how hard it can be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS 3.
Home World Rugs Progressive Rug Sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $500 off sale prices on any rug, $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color rug on sale now. Up to 56% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale at Home World Rugs.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Past 2 days have been awfully nice out there thanks to Arctic high pressure, bringing in a blue sky after a couple weeks worth of gray skies. Well, today, here's the scene near the Hayward Lakes coming in from Jenny Overman, sunset time Beautiful picture. May not see another one like this for a little while because clouds are starting to filter in, and that'll lead us to our next snow chance, which really is just a light one. Begins probably tomorrow night and then lasts through Friday afternoon. Right now, well, we take a live look at what's going on in Ely, and it looks pretty calm there. Nothing hitting the streets yet, but by this time tomorrow night, could be a few snow showers. Right now at the Duluth Airport, current number is 19 for the temperature. Clear sky for now, but clouds are increasing as a trough of lower pressure from the west comes around. Winds right now are coming around southwesterly and going 9 miles per hour. Relative humidity 65%. Eyeing up the temperatures, not as brisk as they were last night. Last night hitting was at 15 below or so. Now it's 15 above. Still 23 International Falls, 12 Moose Lake, 20 Superior, 18 Silver Bay. Low teens from Hayward up towards upper teens in Ashland, and Watersmeet is still getting a little bit nippy at 1 below, but with clouds increasing, even that number should go up by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow isn't going to be record-setting for either lows or highs, but it'll be fairly close to normal. Current Doppler map here shows a couple of snow showers are creeping into parts of Manitoba and Ontario north of the border, but our area still on the clearer side as the higher pressure lets loose of the region. It still grips for a little while longer, but since the high is moving away, that will indeed allow that trough of lower pressure from the west to come aboard, kick up the clouds for tomorrow. Partly sunny for much of the day, mostly cloudy probably by tomorrow night. Flurries are possible. I'm thinking around afternoon here for Minnesota and into the evening and overnight for Wisconsin and the UP. Flurries and light snow showers could last until about noon or so on Friday. And once we get done with this little system here, snow totals probably will run from a trace in some towns like Hayward to close to 2 inches for places like Ashland, Two Harbors, and maybe even Silver Bay. So there will be a little bit of lake influence aiding this trough of lower pressure. All right, tonight we're looking for clouds to be on the increase in Minnesota, with lows to eventually get down towards 5 above near International Falls and stay about as warm as 12 for Park Point here in Duluth, and the rest of our towns should be in between by a couple of degrees. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, 6 to 9 above for low temps there, with clouds on the increase as well, but again, it's a slow process. Southwesterly wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour there. And for tomorrow, well, the wind stays southwesterly in Wisconsin. High temps go into the upper 20s, 20% chance for evening flurries, afternoon chance for flurries in Minnesota, and the wind will be easterly 5 to 10 there. Low to mid-20s for the high temps tomorrow. And after we get through our Thursday, there's a 30% chance for the lighter snows through at least Friday morning. Into Saturday, cloudier. Sunday, perhaps snowier with some flurries. And then after that, Kristen, we get a couple of dry days on Monday and Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Dave. As the U.S. confirms a 12th case of coronavirus, this one, a Wisconsin man who recently returned from China. Planes carrying about 350 U.S. citizens are back on U.S. soil after being stranded in China. Dania Backus tells us the outbreak has killed nearly 500 people and sickened 24,000.
The CDC says the person with coronavirus is now home in a self-imposed quarantine after recently traveling to Beijing, China. State health agencies say the immediate health risk to the public is low. Madison's mayor says the patient left the airport coming back from China and went straight to UW's hospital to be tested for coronavirus. The person hasn't left their house in Dane County since.
They are doing well. They are still in isolation at home and will remain there until testing shows that they no longer have the coronavirus.
Madison and Dane County health officials say they've been preparing for the possibility of a positive test for a month. Staff at UW Hospital continue with ongoing training.
It's reasonable to assume today's news will not be the last positive case we hear about in our region.
This patient was with people from Wuhan, where the virus originated. It's a new form of coronavirus that's never been seen before. That doesn't necessarily mean it's worse.
The overall mortality from this virus is not what we saw with SARS or with MERS or any of the other coronaviruses. It appears very different from those. And that's a reason, I think, to be reassured.
12 confirmed cases in the U.S., 0 deaths.
The overall risk we face is very low. We are at a much greater risk of getting influenza.
Tests are being done now on people who have been in contact with this coronavirus patient, possibly family members who were also in China. Those test results are expected back in a few days.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, some local schools are considering going green with their buses. More on that after the break.
Charge your phasers for Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Find heroes and icons only on My 9.
He's thinking recliner, you're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. And did you know you can get free shipping with no minimum? And most items can be in your home in a week. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, Perfecto. With an extra long shell, it gives you the best bite every bite. Chicken, beef, or hand-carved sirloin steak. The Taco Perfecto. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener. The world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Imagine a place where fun is as pure as the driven snow, where you're never left out in the cold, and where winning at winter puts the icing on the lake. There's so much to do in this Minnesota land. We put it all in a scratch game you can hold in your hand. So get out and play. We up to 100K. Get out and play. The Minnesota way.
Got you some sun protection.
But we work inside.
What's that?
He's testing the rollers.
Ma'am, I need to see your ID.
But I'm your mother.
Now what?
He's doing surprise trust falls.
I trust you, Jim.
Western National can cover your business and your home.
You'll get me next time.
With Western National, you'll have to find something else to worry about.
Gear up this winter with Oak Lake RV, now offering Glacier ice fishing houses and Glacier RVs. 6x12 models starting at $14,999. Glacier, know the difference. Visit oaklakeRV.com for more details. Don't forget, closeout pricing on all 2019 inventory, from RV models to ice houses. Stop into our showroom today. Oak Lake RV, family owned and operated since 1930.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
He's thinking new mattress, you're thinking whole new bed. It's okay. Everything's on sale at the President's Mattress Sale at Slumberland Furniture. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $394. That's over $800 off. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Save up to 40% in any in-stock Winter Columbia and the North Face at Northwest Outlet.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS 3 Duluth.
A few local school districts want to make those big yellow buses go green. Today, district officials had a chance to check out an electric school bus. United Truck Body in Hermantown hosted the open house. A representative with Bluebird Bus Corporation wanted to show off what these buses can do for the environment.
The importance is how clean they are. It's zero emissions, so that just speaks volumes right there, right? Use this bus across the nation.
While Bluebird reps say there are benefits to the electric buses, there are also setbacks. Compared to a regular diesel bus costing around $80,000, this one comes in around $350,000. There are also concerns about how far they can travel on a charge and, of course, how they would fare in Northland winters. No word on exactly which school districts were checking out the buses today. Kelly's here for a look at what's coming up in sports. Hey.
On the electric school bus. Like the magic school bus?
Yep, got it.
Okay, we've got the latest on National Signing Day, plus why a UMD sweep on the road could not have come at a better time. That's coming up next.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's happiest moments when everyone has a spot. Even Spot. It's BOGO time at Schneiderman's. Buy one item and get another half off during the President's Day sale at Schneiderman's Furniture.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Black Angus boneless sirloin tip roast, only $3.99 per pound. And get boneless, skinless fryer thighs, only $1.66 per pound.
Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get Washington-grown Honeycrisp apples for just $1.66 per pound and Dole-head lettuce just 99 cents each. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
The best place to spend your leap day is at Bad River Lodge and Casino. The leap year briefcase pick is February 29th from 8 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. Leap some cash into your pocket and we'll see you at Bad River Lodge and Casino.
The saying goes, when one door closes, another opens. So what are you waiting for? Open the door to memories ready to be unpacked. Grow your family one step or paw at a time. Kick off the next great adventure. Turn your passions into your business. We're here to help open the door to new possibilities. Superior Choice Credit Union. This is our currency. Visit superiorchoice.com for a branch near you.
Always on the go, but want to keep up with the day's news? Don't worry. Now we are wherever you are. Traveling? No problem. Stream wherever, whenever with live local CBS3.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Leanne Valdez.
And I'm Austin Haskins. Thank you for joining us.
I think being in this industry, in this field, you never really stop working.
That's what I wanted to do. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go into meteorology because the weather up here can change the snap of a finger. You know, you don't want to be caught off guard.
Growing up, my dad would make me read the newspaper every day so I could practice reading and know what's going on. He'd always tell me, always know what's going on in the world.
Get to know us. Mornings on live local CBS3.
Wherever we have to go.
We've just flown along the coastline.
Whatever we have to do.
The White police were throwing the first round of tear gas.
Every evening we are focused.
This is the main highway to the hardest hit areas.
On finding and telling the truth.
How does that hamper or hurt our national security?
Even among the ashes, you can see the signs of deforestation.
And earning your trust.
You traveled the whole way with your son?
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.
Now is the best time to buy stressless furniture at Schneiderman's. Save up to $1,000 plus 48-month special financing with any stressless purchase. Shop the free leather upgrade event at Schneiderman's Furniture. Exactly.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Statement made. The UMD men's hockey team got nearly, if not the perfect outcome that they wanted against the Denver Pioneers this past weekend down in the Mile High City. For the first time since 2015, it was a sweep for the Bulldogs in Denver, claiming a much-needed 6 points in the NCHC. Now the Dogs have the last home stretch of their regular season. Only 2 home series remain. The first this weekend. A sweep against one of the best teams in the entire country could not have come at a better time.
You know, Denver's a good weekend to go into their building and sweep them. First time in, I don't know how many years, but it's huge. So hopefully we can keep that rolling into this weekend too, and kind of not let our foot off the gas.
The best thing about the weekend is we always had the lead. We didn't chase the game and have to come from behind. We had the lead, or it was tied the whole weekend. So that's important in any series. But we'll find out. I hope it means a lot because we beat a very good hockey team. Probably, in my opinion, one of the top teams in the country.
And it's back at home for the Bulldogs this weekend, the first of the final 2 home series at Amsoil. The Dogs host Omaha, who received national votes in the polls this week. The games are back on local TV as well. Both games you can catch on the My9 Sports Network. Puck drop is at 7:07 p.m. The UMD women were also on the road this weekend, also taking on a top 5 opponent. Theirs was down in the cities. Friday, though, was a forgetful night for the team. They took on the Minnesota Golden Gophers, who came out and scored 5 unanswered to shut out the Dogs, thanks in part to a hat trick in the first period by Amy Potomac. Now, Saturday they turned it around. Maddie Rooney in net completed the shutout, and thanks to an early goal from Gabby Hughes and another one in the second from Sydney Brott, the Bulldogs were able to secure the split with the second best team in the entire country.
I think just getting a goal, just getting something past them, something on net, something in the back of the net, I think that fired everyone up because we know we're capable of it, and we didn't really give our best on Friday, and finally having something that brought the team spirit up on Saturday was big.
To respond the way we did on Saturday was exactly what we wanted to see. Scored a minute and a half into the game. I think that gave us a little bit of breathing room, got our confidence back. But it was tough. It was back and forth the whole time.
UMD welcomes in another ranked opponent and tough WCHA test this weekend when they host Ohio State Friday and Saturday at AMSOIL Arena at 3:07 p.m. Today was National Signing Day, and a whole host of area football players inked their commitments to play in college. One of those includes Superior senior quarterback Jarrett Gronsky, who solidified his commitment to Bemidji State, where his dad actually played back in the late 1980s. Jarrett led the Spartans on a deep postseason run and was selected to the All-Big Rivers first team. 5 other area athletes will be joining Gronsky to play D2 football in Bemidji as well. Cole Johnson, Dylan Drake, Mason Ullman, Jace Holland, and Jeb Pazinski. Quite the local contingent heading to play for the Beavers. Some other notable football commits not going to Bemidji State, including Superior's Brady Earps, who is staying close by to play at UMD. Joining him on Kurt Weezy's squad is Colorane's Dylan DeChambeau. Also from Coleraine, linebacker Eli Conway is heading to Sioux Falls. And some big news from the NBA today, or last night. In a 4-team, 12-player deal first reported by ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the Houston Rockets are acquiring Robert Covington and Jordan Bell from the Timberwolves. Wolves will send 3 players to the Denver Nuggets, and in return, the Wolves get a trio of players back from the Nuggets and a 2020 first-round pick from the Atlanta Hawks, in addition to Evan Turner. Hope you followed all of that. We'll have more as the trade deadline proceeds. That's going to do it for sports, though, tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center. Proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From wastewater to surface water and Minnetonka to Superior. Discover how the University of Minnesota is protecting our state's most precious resource.
Make your house a home for a lifetime with Scott Diedrichson Construction. From siding, windows, roofing, decks, and doors, we deliver the highest quality of construction and remodeling services for all of your needs. Call or visit us at scottdiedrichson.com today and set up an appointment to receive your free estimate. Scott Diedrichson Construction, restoring the beauty of your home.
You'll have the greatest health care ever. Those pre-existing conditions are
You'll be spending a lot less money for much, much better health care.
As mayor, Mike Bloomberg helped expand coverage for 700,000 more New Yorkers. As president, everyone will have access to affordable care. He'll cap health care costs and ban surprise medical bills. Real plans, not empty promises.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother and I know how hard it could be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Break out the kilt for an evening of Celtic celebration. The Duluth Scottish Heritage Association presents Thistles and Shamrocks, an evening of Scottish and Irish music and dance. Friday, March 6th at the College of St. Scholastica Mitchell Auditorium. Enjoy Celtic singing, dancing bagpipes, drums, and more, beginning at 7 p.m. Tickets purchased at the door or at duluthscots.org.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave, earlier you said some clouds are headed our way. Will that carry into tomorrow as well?
Yeah, it should. It should build slowly. So tomorrow we're looking at a partly sunny sky and a later chance for flurries kicking out of the low pressure system that's coming our way. It's a very weak low pressure system, so about a 30% chance for flurries to light snow through Friday, culminating in maybe a trace to 2 inches around our region. Then a chance to broom off the sidewalks on Saturday. I don't think we're going to have a real heavy snow shoveling job to do this weekend. Get a break from it.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.